And I think I'm live. So hi, how are you? I'm getting everything prepared to send my Discord server. Link in the description. So give me one moment. All right. So I wanted to do something different. Hi, Ty. How are you? I'm just getting everything prepared because I don't have a stream starting screen because I'm lazy. Is that a Deeb Mansur? What's up? I'm doing something different and I'm going to do mixed critiques live if anyone submits them. But now that everything is set up, we can continue. So I was thinking like, hey, what's up, James? Thank you for stopping by. So I was thinking just based on last week's stream, I don't really know what to do, and I don't know if I want this section to be here at all. So I'm just going to start writing the next section and hope something turns out better. And I don't know what I just did. Everything just disappeared. Jesus. Oh, I'm stupid. That's why. Okay. I'm doing mixed critiques, but I'm going to be doing like this until someone actually submits. And it looks like someone actually responded. James I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. McGuigan? James McGuigan? Let's see. I'll just import it into the DAW just because it'll be easier. Okay, perfect. All right. So this is a Spirit Box remake. I like Spirit Box a lot. So let's see. I'm gonna get copyright striked. I like the clean tone. I really like the ambience and the tones that you did with the ambience. So I really like the clean tones you picked, to be honest. I really think this would hit so much harder. I'm probably not going to be able to achieve it on my end. But I really feel like if the kick, the kick feels really thin to me. Like if the kick had more like oomph around the 40-ish hertz range, I'm not going to be able to do it to the drums only. This isn't working as much as I hoped it would. But I feel like if you got I turned it down on Old Home drums. If it's the Old Home drums, then yeah, it's probably just turned down a little too much. What I did for mine, let me find it. Where is it? Like for my kick on Old Home drums, I took out a lot of the click in the high end because it was just really clicky. But yeah, I feel like there's just something going on maybe with the drum bus that's making the kick a little, it doesn't punch as much as I would hope for. But aside from that, the snare also feels kind of dry, but it doesn't really sound bad either. It has a nice crack on it. Yeah, the only thing I would say is the drums. I think maybe since you're using Old Home drums, I don't know if you're using the pre-mixed what is it? Pre-mixed presets or samples. But if you are, then it might be something on your drum bus that's making them feel too cut in the low end. Maybe, I don't know what your drum bus EQ looks like, but to me it sounds like it's like cut to here-ish, and it's only leaving like the click. I don't know how to explain it very well. But that's the only thing I'm hearing from as much as I've heard that I would probably want to change. I feel like I missed something. Yeah, you can submit a song that's already out. I don't mind. I'm just chilling. Like I'm in by no means a professional. I by no means know what anything I'm doing is. But James had said no bass because bass is for wusses. I'm joking. The composition for this specific song isn't done yet. One of my favorite mixes. Just made it today. Not sure if the low end is thick enough songwriting wise. I think the chuggy verse riff at the end is boring. This is a working mix of a track I'm currently working on for my band. No vocals. Was that for James? This Google form thing is like insanely unorganized in the worst possible way. Someone make sense of it. Spotify link would also work. Oh, I can do individual? I'm not gonna dox you guys. Okay, I see. I'm just stupid. That's what happened. All right. I figured it out. All right, and then so Dennis sent something. Denas. He says, "Not sure if the low end is thick enough." That's okay. It's all coming together now. Not sure if the low end is thick enough. Also, songwriting wise, I feel like the Chucky verse at the end is boring. That's what that was for. Okay, I get it. If I send you the Axe FX, you're paying shipping. I'm sorry, man. All right, so this is from Denas. Song is Damnation. I know I missed some comments. Rikak, if you make the worst mix to submit, I would probably still like it. I don't think I've ever heard a mix from you I don't like. What do you think about the use of MIDI guitar plugins? I don't mind it at all. I've actually, for Loreweaver, I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this whole like experiment with Loreweaver where I used only MIDI instruments for an EP and no one noticed. And it's true, no one noticed. It was for the Warden of Nothing EP. No instrument in that EP is real. And so yeah, I don't mind it. It actually helps me write really well. So yeah. If I'm too lazy to pick up a guitar, I'll do it. But all right, I'll go ahead and play Denas' song. I really love the melody right here. It's always stuck in my head after I listen to this. Yeah, mix sucks. I'm kidding. I'm only saying that because it's Denas. But realistically, the only thing that I would nitpick, because it's not really necessary, because it sounds sick. The only, like, from my personal preference, I would say the guitar tone should maybe change. Not the whole tone, but just how, like, in some spots it kind of sounds like there's no cab on it in a weird way. But that's just me being nitpicky. I'm not even like, it's not even a deal breaker. I would still genuinely listen to this. I was about to say the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 joke for those who know, but damn, yeah. I honestly, aside from the guitar tone having that like really uncabbed sound sometimes, like it sounds fine on the chugs, so I don't even. The only other thing I would probably say is like for the impacts in these sections right here, like there, right here. I kind of would like them to be louder, but these are all personal things, so keep that in mind too. I wouldn't really say it's worth doing if it's going to be an issue, because it still sounds sick. But yeah, the guitar tone, I feel like even outside of personal preference, that might be a little funny sounding in some spots. Maybe that is personal preference. I don't know. I'm just a boy. I'm just a chill guy. Did I miss anything else? I am nitpicking, but that's because it's Denas, and I hold him to high standards. This one is from the Fart Man Mansur. So DB in the chat. I'm gonna just download all your mixes and steal it. I should just start deleting the track because I am gonna have to turn it down every time. Rate your waveform. Gee, I don't know. It's kind of crushed. I don't think this is gonna be good. Diego's girlfriend likes your mix. That's a win. But on it, I like the song. I know this was your first one doing like Thal, and I honestly love it. Let me see. I know you said here that there's no bass because bass is for wusses, but damn, this needs bass. Like for real, it needs bass because it would go so hard. But I add bass at the end too. I feel that the two things that stood out to me on this though was the kick was like super clicky, and in the chorus sections, like specifically those open notes. I know you're a 1K booster enjoyer, cause like I'm hearing like a lot of that in the open note, and it's kind of taking away from the clarity a bit. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah. So like around 920. Like even just cutting it on the DI a little bit might help. But that's the biggest thing that I was noticing when I was listening to it was just that little build up there. The kick being clicky, that might be personal. It might not even be a problem once you add bass because the bass is going to be all distorted and have the distortion track, and it might mask some of that clickiness, so that might not even be a problem. So I would just say that one little frequency buildup on the open notes on the chorus, that would probably be good to adjust maybe. Yeah, only on the chorus spot. That was the only time I heard it, because even in like the intro, I think it's just because it's just being hit over and over that it's just kind of reacting weird. So yeah, multi-band compression might be the move. It's all coming together. This time it's personal. Let me see. I got so many submissions so fast. I'm so sorry. This one is from Alex. The composition for this specific song isn't done yet, but it's one of my favorite mixes, is what he has to say. Let's see. I have to request access. Alex, if you're still here. So I will come back to this one once I get permission for that, unless it's given like immediately. Which I don't mean to sound rude on. I'm just saying because there's so many people, I don't want to keep them waiting. Gregory Havoc. This is a working mix of a track I'm currently working on for my band. No vocals yet. Focusing on getting the instruments perfect first. I wish I had your resolve. Every single time I do anything with mixing or writing, I have to mix it perfectly, or else I don't finish it. I gotta learn how to use like serum and stuff because I want to make stuff like this. So just real quick, it's kind of the same thing that I was hearing with the other mix where I feel like there's just low end missing. What you can do, and I'm sorry, I know I paused it a few times. That might be it. I think that's it, because if you're shelving the guitars, you might be doing it a little too high. Excuse me. And it's like almost sounds like you're taking the body out of the guitar. For example, when I do my guitars, I don't even shelf them. That's probably a bad thing, who knows. But I just cut out like the muddy part, and then I just leave the low end alone, just because I know I'll overdo it if I touch it, and it ends up sounding decently okay. That's something you can possibly try. I feel like if you push the low end or put the body back in the guitar, it'll really help with the impact. One other thing I would say is for the bass tone. I don't remember where it was behind here. I'm just going to skip forward a little bit. I feel like the bass is there. I'm not saying it's not. But it feels like it just feels very disconnected from the guitar. Like I hear the low end of it, but I can barely hear like the growl of the bass. And I feel like if you were to mesh the two tones, like for the guitar and the bass in together to make one bigger sound overall when they're together, it would really help with the impact, especially with parts like this. Yeah. Because, let me just show a quick example. For my bass, this isn't going to sound good by any means. It sounds like ass. But if I play it with the guitar, you can hear that, like, while the guitars aren't necessarily super low end heavy, I'm using the low end of the bass to kind of work with the body of the guitar in a way. And the grit of the bass is blending with the higher end signal from the guitar. So it feels more like massive. I really like this part. This is sick. Spitfire Epic Choir. I have to check that out. This is sick. The only other thing I would say, and this is more like personal opinion again, where sometimes I do this thing before I got Odhome drums, where I had the snare print and I was too lazy to adjust the drum mix, and so I would literally just layer it with a snare like this. And the reason I bring that up is because I feel like when the snare hits, it's kind of missing that, it's missing like that, like the room sound, I guess. But like aside from that, like I can hear all the instruments perfectly fine. I can hear every shell. I can hear every cymbal hit. Nothing really feels muddy, at least to my ear. And so overall, I would say it's pretty damn good. And I think the song is sick. Not gonna lie, man. With the snare bombs, sometimes I just throw them on every single snare because I'm just stupid. But sometimes it just works. Let me check this link that I had to skip before from Alex. Composition for this specific song isn't done yet, but it's one of my favorite mixes, is what he says, or what she says, what he says. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, it worked. No worries. So, let me see. She got it. Oh, damn. This is sick. Those pick scrapes were sick. That's nasty. What ring mod do you use? Because I can never make the kilohertz sound like that. Damn, I just gotta get good then. Dude, my waveforms are brick too. This is sick. Dude, I don't know what the hell this would turn into, but this is sick. Dude, what in the hell? That was sick as hell. Send me more of that. Like, for real, actually. But I don't know, the mix is solid in spots, but I feel like it kind of gets muddy in others. And I was trying to figure out what exactly, because the kick sounds fine, but in some spots it just kind of gets buried. And I was trying to hear... I feel like just a little dip in, because I was trying to focus on the guitars, which is why I split it into left and right channels rather than mid. I think maybe something to do with around 100 hertz buildup somewhere in the mix. I can't really pinpoint where exactly. Yeah, it's 100 hertz. It's just that, just a little built up. And another thing I would say is if you have Soothe, it makes your life so much easier. I don't know if you have Soothe, but if you do, I just literally, I'll get the kick, sidechain it onto the bass, and just make it as sensitive as possible to that hit, and I'll make it duck only in the low end. So that way, like, the grit of the bass doesn't get affected. And it'll make the kick hit harder through all of the low end of the bass and make it not get so buried on like the faster like tremolo chug type stuff. So maybe you can try that as well. But aside from that, honestly, I think this goes hard. Yeah, that's Soothe is like the last thing I throw on specifically because it does bring in latency. And for mixing only like a year, I wish I was like this after only a year. Like for real, this goes hard. Bonus points for Viljarda references. Not references, but like it goes hard. And yes, you can use Dropbox. Any link really works. Yeah, well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Sick, like truly sick song. Good stuff. This one is from Robin. Tried some new stuff in terms of guitar mixing on this one. I probably won't throw it in my DAW because it's going to be on Spotify. Was it this one? If you have sent stuff like this in Discord, I will 100% go back and listen in the demo channel. In case. Right? This is really good too. What happened? This is crazy. I'm adding it to my playlist. I honestly don't even have anything to say other than this is just filthy, dude. This is nasty. But good tones. The vocal mix is crazy good. Yeah, I don't know why Shin's message was blocked. But damn, I don't even know what I would even say about that other than that goes like dummy hard. And I'm not even just saying that. Like that goes dummy hard. For real, for real. Robin, you want to mix my stuff? Like that was clean. Like I know you said you did new guitar stuff on that one. Whatever you're doing, it's honestly working. Very obviously working. Everyone loves it. I thought it was sick. I don't really have any gripes. That it slaps. Like for real. I know that's not much of a critique, but it's hard to critique what you cannot critique. That goes dummy hard. Running an HM2 on the guitars at different levels throughout the entire track. I should probably start doing that then. Not with the HM2, but like different levels throughout the track. I just kind of go hard the entire song, and it kind of gets exhausting to listen to after a while. But that was incredible. That was good. The vocal mix too. I suck at mixing vocals, and that vocal mix was honestly super clean. It was like a really good amount of distortion and like saturation on them. At least I think saturation. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, but that's what I think, and it sounded sick. This next one is from Inhuman Shimmer. So Spencer in the chat, hi. He actually helped me with some more Weaver stuff that's coming soon, as soon as Denas gets his vocals out for me. Honestly, I feel less is more on vocals, compression is key, and then add slight saturation and nudge. Yes. Vocals, you need a dumb amount of compression. So this is from Inhuman Shimmer. I'm always jealous of this dude's ambience, to be honest. Like, that goes so hard. That ties in so well, dude. This is so dumb, I love it. Jeez, man. Inhuman Shimmer, or Spencer in the chat, I'm sorry if you didn't want me to say that, but damn, like, if you want ambience, that's your guy. Like, for real. I reached out to him to do Loreweaver ambience a few weeks ago, and like honestly, damn, within like a day, he spit out like the most fire track I've ever heard. He's crazy. The ambience is like so spot on, and the mix, it's like it has impact. It has like there's honestly nothing I would change. It is tasty. Like for real, for real. Thank you, possibly salty. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I from Ukraine recently came across you on YouTube, freaking out because you mix. Oh, man, no, don't compare me. It's all good, man. I appreciate it, but I'm no pro, let alone anything like this. Thank you though. I appreciate you stopping by. Did I miss anything? I see people talking, but I'm too busy listening to read, and I'm too small brained to actually do two things at once. It doesn't look like I did, but thank you for the compliment. But no, I am no mix god or anything. So this one is from Midnight. No comments on the mix. We're going in blind. It's called E. I like it. This is a banger. I like it. The mix, I feel like the kick, it has like this, let me try to find it. Again, it's like one of those like 95, 100 hertz things. It just feels a little too like, ooh. I feel like it's okay. I can absolutely send it to you on Discord too. But I feel like it's just a little too much of that in the kick, and I feel maybe the guitars can come up in volume a little. Or maybe if you don't want to turn up the guitars, maybe just turn the cymbals down a little. It is preference. Like cymbals are such a preference-based thing. Like for me personally, I like to have my guitars just slightly over them. But like for this one, it's like your guitars are here and the cymbals are like really loud, or it's not, it doesn't sound bad by any means. It's just that's what I'm hearing. I feel like if you just turned up the guitars a little bit more, it would also really help with that. Like I can show you how I level my guitars just so you can like have a better reference. So I turned down my volume quite a bit. So I'll just go from here. And then I will solo them out with the guitars. And my goal is to have it where it feels like the kick is the initial hit for the guitar, if that makes sense. Because that's also preference, but that's just because I like the kick to be super strong in the mix. So yeah, but that's how I level it. I just kind of go based off the kick drum. You can try that, maybe that'll help. DS the overheads. I've never heard of that, but that actually might be crazy enough to work. So this one is from Tristan. Oh, but overall, the song, I like the song. That the song is tight. I like it. But I feel like if you change the kick on that one, like that one frequency, or even just maybe change the sample, depending on what you're doing, it would really help. And then also bring up the guitar. I feel like once you do that, it'll be much, much better. But it isn't bad. I actually like it still. So this one is from Tristan. Played around a bit with MIDI guitars and thought it was pretty nice. Oh, this is back from the MIDI guitar section. That was some time. I'm sorry if I'm going slow. No EQ, perfect. So, I like the song. I don't think the MIDI guitars are much of an issue. Because again, I use them sometimes too. But in these like really chuggy spots, it feels very, very, it just feels too robotic compared to the rest. And so I would say mess with the velocities of the chugs there, and that would really help it feel, that'll really help it feel a lot less robotic and humanized and not so like recognizable as MIDI. But the mix, I feel like the guitar tone is good. The bass, I feel like the bass is a little lacking in some ways. It's not like it has the low end. I can hear it very like clearly, but I feel like the grit of the bass is not filling the rest of the space out. Like when I hear it, it kind of sounds like you have the guitars in stereo and then you just have like a sub bass track in the middle of it underneath it. That's kind of what it feels and sounds like to me. I know that's probably not what's happening, but if you put more like grit on the bass, like even if it's on a separate track, so you don't mess with the sub track. Because the sub track, it's really consistent, which is good. You want it to be really consistent. So that part's good. But yeah, I would say raise the grit track, maybe add more mids on the bass. VMR Revival is a good option. The drums, yes, the drums can come up. I feel like even if you don't raise the volume, just having them be punchier or side chain them, it would really help too, because it's kind of the same deal with the bass. It kind of just feels underneath the guitars rather than more like having more impact, if that makes sense. I would say those are the main things that I would take away. The only better alternative to Soothe that I've found and has zero latency, and it's not nearly as good at the same time, is Frequency Sniper from URM, but I really hate the fact that you have to have a subscription to use it. This next one is from Anaros. YouTube channel is Anaros Official. I'm probably saying that wrong, so I'll type it in the chat. Just because I don't want to butcher it and then people not be able to find it. Of course, of course. I like the ambience a lot. The scratches are super cool. Dude, that is some serious fractalized vibe, for real. The only what stood out to me the most, one, I love the ambience. It's so sick. Very good composition. The biggest thing is the drums. I feel like they're just quiet in the mix. They feel kind of tucked in the back of everything. I like I like the volume of the cymbals. I wouldn't change that personally. It's just the kick, snare, and the toms. I feel like those are really they need more smack. That's a good way to put it. Even let me hear. They almost sound like they're decently compressed. It just feels like they're being drowned out by the low end of the guitar and bass. Like overall, it is. I like the guitar and the bass. I like the composition a lot. But sidechain the drums, like for sure. That would help you so much. I say that, and it's funny that I say that because I literally never sidechain drums at all, ever. I only did for this demo track that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow. But I never sidechain. I also suck at drums. That's why I was so hyped for Ode Home drums, honestly. This next one is from Moon. I really like the distorted clipped mixes. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's saturated though. If it's too saturated though, sorry. This goes dummy hard too, I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy. The DI, I love it. Honestly, this goes crazy hard. I know you said you liked distorted and clipped mixes, and you weren't sure if it's too saturated. Honestly, it fits. Like, no joke. If I heard this on anything else, I would probably not like it, but this goes crazy hard. I love the DI here. I love this. Oh, dude, especially that like tapping thing there. I think it's tapping. No, it's not. The little lead run there. For real, this needs way more than 12. Dude, I don't know what the hell. Like, it's very much over distorted and it's very much over clipped and it is very much oversaturated, but it works. I don't know. Like, for real, this goes dummy hard. Please tell me it's on Spotify. DistroKid, it has to be on Spotify then. I'm adding this to my playlist. It honestly don't even change. It's like crazy enough to work. I'm adding it to my playlist. No joke. I'll do it. I'm just doing that so I don't forget. That goes crazy. Like, do you ever do +1 semitones like 40% for dissonance? That's what I think is going on. I don't. The way I do that is I just play it like I'll track it, but I'll do another track doing it like one fret over. If I ever do stuff like that. Like, I have in the past, but that seems like a really fast and easier way to do it. Yeah, that was a crazy submission. This next one is from Gabe. Hey man, I would appreciate it if you could check out this mix I did for a Periphery song a while back. If there's a problem with copywriting on your live stuff, I perfectly understand. It's fine. If I was worried about copyright, I wouldn't have pulled up Spotify or anything. But I do need to request access again. So I will move to the next one. Let's see. I think that you would pronounce this Dania. I think. Second time dialing in this kind of mix. I'm more used to metalcore like mixes, but I think I made a great job on this one. Let's see. Mirror like, but more evil. I like the name. I like the break there. That was crazy. I can see why you named it Mirror. Mirror, like, honestly, listening to the new Mirror, I can't speak. Listening to the new album that they put out, it made me want to make a new mix template because I was like, nah, I gotta do better. I see I'm not the only one. But I like the mix. I do. There's nothing I would say personally I would change aside from adding like a high shelf possibly to the master just to give it a little bit more push. So like I'll just like randomly switch it on and you'll see compared to with the shelf. And then without it. With it. So yeah, I feel like just adding like a simple little shelf would really make it get pushed forward. Who's what? I lost it. I don't even remember where the comment was. I'm sorry. I lost it. But yeah, a high shelf, that's all this needs. Like for real. Yeah, man. Add a shelf and you're done. That's it. It's over. Like for real. That's all I would say. That mix goes crazy. I like the composition of it too. I like the droning clean in the back. It's so nice, man. You guys are making me jealous. Looks like I haven't gotten accepted to the last one, so I'll go to the next one again. I used to be really scared to boost anything like in the high end, but it just works, man, cuz I have a tendency to mix very dark. And so yeah, I mean on every single master chain I just have a high shelf. This next one is from Bist. Bist with no comment, so we're going in blind again. I'm down with it. All I have to go on is that it's called Mick Gordo. I also use Fresher on the master bus. Oh damn, okay. This is crazy. Dude, there's not even anything I can say other than it's just amazing. Like honestly, it's punchy. It has impact. Everything feels super glued. Everything feels very much together and balanced. You can hear the shells very clearly on the drums throughout the entire thing. It's really consistent. I really love, dude, honest, like the snare. I'm such a sucker for snares that have that feel to them. Cause like, if you listen to the snare, like you can hear the room, like the room tone of it, but it's not I don't know how to explain it. It just it does the thing. So good. And I'm not even just saying, like, dude, that goes so hard. When Bethesda fired Mick Gordon for absolutely no reason, they should have just hired you. Like, for real, for real. You would have done it, man. That's like the sound. Like, for real, for real. That goes crazy. I keep saying that. I need to stop. My server brain rot me to the core. A deep tour. Denas, all of you guys, brain rot me. I'm rotten to the core. This next one is from Wake World. I was really trying to concentrate on saying that because I felt myself messing it up. I will just show the band page because it is just a link, no comment. All right, so this is, yeah, from Wakefield. That's very loud. How do I turn this down? The last track was Bist, B-I-S-T-T. So the biggest thing mix-wise I would say about this, I'm not turning it down because I'm thinking negative, I promise. It's genuinely ear-piercingly loud in my browser and there's no way to turn it down. But I feel like a big thing that would help I feel like it is really weird, not in a bad way. It's just really something I've never heard before. I don't even know what I would call it. It's kind of sick. It's really weird in a good way. I promise. I feel like what would really help the mix though is just the ambience, like or all the tracks in the back, they're all kind of just too loud sometimes, I feel like. And I feel like if you were to balance them out to be more even throughout the mix, it would really, really help. Um, So yeah, like right here, like the instrumentals, like the drums, bass, guitar, they do sound okay. It's just the everything else alongside them, I feel like it's just a little too loud. That's just me though. That might be the style. I've never heard the style before. So I could just be talking out my ass. I may have got the song Forest. I got 39 responses like out of nowhere, so I'm sorry that it's taking a while. Um, I'm trying to get a little better at going through. But this next one is from Possibly Salty. Again, no comment, so we're going blind. Unless the... Oh. It's called P. Nice. So we have E and P. Doing Q, perfect. So it does kind of sound like Kian. Uh, I'm pretty sure it's the either I'm pretty sure it's the guitar, but there's a lot of this going on, especially in like this part. And if I take it away, it does take away a lot of like the body of the mix. But I feel like you could really alleviate that by other things too, like the bass maybe. It could also just be that I'm straight cutting the stereo signals and I'm not doing much else because that's all I really can do. But there is quite a bit of this frequency range here in like the 150-ish range. And aside from that, I would just say maybe the drum, like the drums. I know drums are like something I've talked about in almost every one that I've done so far, but it's like a pain point for me too. It's so hard to get drums to sit right, and it's so hard to make them actually like punch and slap and have the impact that you want. It's so hard. So I understand entirely, but the drums, I feel like if they were a little stronger, it would also benefit the mix quite a bit. Not the cymbals. I like this. I like the volume of the cymbals in comparison with the guitar. I really enjoy that part. But I feel like there's also a lot of pumping happening in the mix, especially in this first section right here. Which the pumping can sound good. I just think it's a little too much. And that would be due to the compression or the side chaining, depending on how you're side chaining. And yes, the drums are the most important part of a mix, hands down. And they are, in fact, the hardest to get right. I can never do it. But yeah, I feel like if you were to fix that frequency buildup around the 150-ish hertz range I was showing and adjust the drums to be a little bit less pumpy and have more impact, it would really, really benefit. I feel like it's a little not. For some reason, I feel like it's not as wide as it could be too. So maybe like I mean, if you want, you can try a stereo widener, but it almost feels like the guitars aren't fully panned left and right for some reason in my head. Let me like refresh. Maybe I'm just going insane. I don't know. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay. But I feel like it's not as wide. So try different ways. Like you can do, like I said, a stereo widener. If your guitars aren't fully panned, you can fully pan them. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. I feel like the low end isn't wide. Yeah, kind of. I feel like it's the guitars too. It's hard to pinpoint. Maybe it's a panning issue, but you can also look into that. Otherwise, though, I like the song. It sounds like something I would write if I don't write metal. For those who know, also know. This one is for Forrest Steven. Here we go. This is a demo I'm going in the studio with. Okay. And I am going to close the responses for now as well, because I am now at 42 submissions. And I don't know if I can do too much more at the moment. I don't even know how to get rid of the option. So we'll just keep rolling. It's cool. Let's see. No, you're fine. No worries. This is meaty. The first one with vocal, or second. The song sounds like it goes dummy hard. What is your band? Because I want to listen when that comes out. 100%. Also, the only thing I would say is there's like a huge buildup around this area again. Like if I boost it and then take it away, like you'll really hear it. Like it just feels like it doesn't go away after I stop boosting. I think it may be the guitar or maybe the bass. I don't think it's the drums at all. And the only other thing too is the vocals are very drowned out. And again, I would just put like a high shelf, to be honest, or like just something to brighten the track, because even without anything else, it goes from this to this. And immediately that also kind of, in a way, also sort of takes care of that buildup that I was talking about back here, because it's just making it a little more balanced. And like if you cut out too much low end, you're going to hear a lot more of the harshness in the high end. If you boost a lot more of the high end, you're going to hear a lot less in the low end, to an extent. And so even just a simple shelf, it made this frequency buildup not as big of a problem, but it still should be addressed. So yeah, that would be my feedback. The song sounds sick though, and your band is frail. I'm going to write that down. Everybody's so talented at writing. It makes me jealous. This one is from Sean Metz. They say, hi, one thing to note is I know it's clipping like hell, but I'm not at home to fix that. Other than that, feel free to critique. Used Odin 3 through though my actual guitars have a very similar tone. Let's see. And of course. Should probably get rid of that. There we go. I don't even know what happened there. Dude is bricked, but same. It's okay. I love the riff ideas, I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy. Where did that come from? That goes. I love the riff ideas. The riff ideas went dummy hard. I need to stop saying that too. My server really brain rot me to the core. But one thing I will say, it's the same as the the song that Denas submitted, where sometimes it feels like the guitar cab is turned off somehow. Where was it? Like here? It could just be this like oversaturation, but it's it almost feels like the cab or harmonics, that also could be it, but like with it has like that very specific sound, like it almost like it's blended in with some like as like a signal that doesn't have a cab, because it has like that like harmonics. I don't, but yeah, I would say aside from that though, it is just like very very clipped as you already know. But I think it overall, even despite it being like super over clipped, somehow it's still super clear. I love the riff ideas though. I would just back it off the clipper not a little, but like at least -5 or 6. But I do like, I kind of like it in a weird way. I I'm like conditioned to like very slammed mixes. So this one is, yeah, and of course, my pleasure, man. So this next one is from Behold the Void. They say drums are pretty much mishmash of various samples, GGD and Bogrin, etc. Bass is Impact Studios Infernal, very nice bass. Guitars recorded straight through Axe-FX 3, triggering DB, saying Axe-FX. No DIs. Vocals have been recorded one take and one track. Our vocalist loved doing covers in one take and one track, so we decided to give it a try on this record. Our first EP was produced, mixed, and mastered by Amin Shadmanov. I can't say that, I'm so sorry. Who joined the band as the bassist, and the LP was mixed mastered by Buster Odholm. Sadly, he didn't join the band, but we have got our very own Eving Ev I can't read it. I'm sorry. New LP is being done all by him. Man's a beast. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you. I will put the name I could not pronounce in the chat. I hope Buster did right by you, and he definitely did not by me. So we shall see. They are expensive, yes. And he also pooped on me. This is crazy. The fact that he did this in one take is crazy too. Yes, apparently the vocals were one take and one track. The mix does go hard, and the song goes harder, in my opinion. This, I really like it. But yeah, I did see that you said Buster did you dirty too. I know how you feel, dude. For real. Uh, let's see. So, yeah, I feel like the mix is very solid. I love the drum tones. I love the low end of it. Oops. The only thing I would say is that I've been hearing like a little buildup here. Like specifically that. But it's like that's just such a nitpicky thing. It's not even absolutely necessary. It doesn't kill the mix. It doesn't make it bad. But like that's just me being nitpicky. That's the only thing I was hearing that I didn't really like. And that's again nitpicking. I love it. But yes, I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to dig myself into a hole. But yeah, just watch out. Uh, this next one is from Offensive Bias with no comment. I am on 22 of 46 responses right now. So I may have got it, but it may be taking a bit of time, and I'm sorry that it's going so slow. And of course, it's my pleasure. I like the song. Shin, if you could just send it to me on Discord, because I feel like maybe there was something that maybe happened, possibly. Just go ahead, send it, and I'll play it after this one. I like this part a lot. Is it going too fast? I was wondering what was... Let me try to re-import it. I will ignore this time. Is this better? Let me just put 160. Perfect. It is very, very different now. I still love this part. Even if it's slower, I love it. A Casio string vocalist over this would go crazy. I love the bass tone. I am going to pause it here because it is quite long and I don't have too much time and I want to still get through some of these responses. But the big thing I'm hearing with this Is there going to be vocals over this by chance? All instrumental, then it doesn't matter as much. Though I would say the... Let me make sure. No, it's not what I thought. The only thing I would maybe say, because I was going to say maybe the guitars were a little too loud, but it's not the case at all, so ignore that. I would say maybe the guitars are cut a little too high, like on the low end. But it's not necessarily a bad thing either. I think the mix is okay. I like the... Like, I know this isn't in like stupid double drop A like I'm used to playing in and mixing, so it's not gonna have like all of the bass. I like the consistency of the bass. And the bass tone is good. I like it. I'm just trying to think. I'm still maybe thinking the guitars, it feels like they're like cut off with using like a low cut or whatever they call it. I feel like having more body in the guitar would maybe be a lot more beneficial, because I feel like it would help push. I feel like it would help be pushed by the bass a little harder and have a little bit more low end information in the mix, because right now it's there. But I feel like the guitars are just lacking a little bit of body. They feel a little bit disconnected. It just kind of feels like they're on top in a way. And I feel like that would really help it. And of course, of course. And I will play this one for Shin. He says, hey, so a few things about this. I currently don't have access to my PC, so this is the best I have for now. Please ignore the guitar, the intro guitar. I recorded in a hurry before work. I feel that. When the drums kick in, it is the important bit. I've been working on my drum mix a lot, so I'm very excited to see what you think. Also, vocals are for reference, obviously. Just wanted to give a shot and see how they'd fit in the mix. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, it's in 48,000. Should be okay. I do like the kick. I feel like I liked it. I just feel like the what was I gonna say? I immediately forgot when I read Spencer's comment. Thanks, Spencer. What was I gonna say? The only thing I would say is the kick is a little loud in comparison to the rest of everything. Um, it can maybe be a little bit muddy. I'd actually let me listen again. I mean, yeah, but I think it sounds, I think it fits. Like for the style that the song is, I think that fits in a weird way. But yeah, I would lower the kick a little bit. I let me see. I missed something. But yeah, the drum mix is sick. That's the biggest thing I have. I don't mind the muddiness. I think it fits the style. Like it has like that feel to it. Like that very specific feel, and I like it. So I wouldn't really necessarily change that. But if you want to, of course you can. It's all subjective. Let me see here. Yeah, if that's the sound you're going for, don't even bother changing anything other than like maybe the I would maybe put a high shelf over it. I'm not going to put it in my DAW because I'm not at 48,000 and it might cause some issue. But I would say like maybe a high shelf just to make it a little brighter. That'll make it have a bit more bite, and just lower the kick a little, like maybe 1 dB, maybe even half, maybe 2 at max. And I feel like it would be a bit more balanced as well. Yeah, just give that a try. This next one, let's see. This next one is from Yuluko, and says, thanks for the feedback. Miku Thal. Dude, he did it before me. I can't believe it. What? This is weird, but I like it. This is so weird, but it's so cool. Mikugar. This is crazy, dude. This is dumb in a good way. Biku's last breath. Honestly, no joke. Was this using the Vocaloid thing that was sent in this server last night? Because now I want to try something with it. Yuluko wins today. For real. Dude, like, I don't even know what the hell that lead thing was. But that, like, really came out of nowhere. I don't even... Where was it? Honestly, I don't have any gripes with the mix at all. I think it's really good. I would say maybe the vocals are a little on top and not as glued in, but I don't care about that at all as much. That's just me being nitpicky. I think it's good. And again, like the geez, like Stania said, like it is. It just it works, man. It really does. I might reach out to you on Discord if you're okay with it and see how you get the Vocaloid stuff because now I want to try it. For sure. Thank you. Oh, this is Shin's. Jeez, yours just came up. I'm sorry. I know this is taking quite some time. I'll do a few more because I do have to go like 30 minutes ago, but it's okay. I'll do a few more and then I'll, you know what? I know you've been waiting a while, so let me see if I can find yours. I'll do Rikax. I know this is his. I know you guys have been waiting a while, and I'm so sorry. I did not think this would be so long. Yes, I'm so sorry. It's not yet. I'll do yours as well, Uma. And I'm just gonna like close my eyes and click random. And this one is from Project Tascobin. All right, so I'll do this one. I don't have the names or the messages attached to them anymore just because I was like really pushing through them. But if this is yours, say it in the chat. I love this snare ping. Not the ping. Well, once again proving that Rikak can't mix anything bad. I thought you said you were gonna do something bad and submit it. Where's that one? Because this is good. I like it. Like maybe the drums are a little raw sounding, but I dig it. Like I would genuinely put this on a playlist. I see, okay. I like the only thing that I would probably say I wish the kick was a little stronger. And the tone is a little woofy, like there's a little build up. There's like a little bit. It's not noticeable here though. The rawness can add to heaviness, and Knocked Loose can attest to that with their, what was that album with the dog on it? It wasn't raw by any means, but it felt a lot less processed than their other stuff. And this one is Argent Drop D, so if this was you, then say it in the chat. I'm sorry, I lost the names. Let me download it real quick. That's right, Project Test. Okay. I like this. It is very long. I'll probably listen up to like the 2-minute mark. If there's like a specific spot you want though, just let me know. You know, like a lot of like Argent metal that I've heard that other people make is like, I can't imagine myself in Doom to it, but like I can see myself walking around in Doom just waiting for the next fight to this. Like I can actually see it. The only thing I would say mix-wise is, again, I wish, like, I feel like it is a little dark, but it kind of works for the vibe. But maybe not on like the mix bus or anything, but like even just if it was the guitars having a little bit more high end just to balance out from the low end would really benefit. The drums too, yes. I feel like the actual punch of the drums and the way they sit, I like it. I don't have any issue with that, personally at least. I would just say maybe like, let me see. I feel like maybe the cymbals need a little bit of work. Like maybe saturation just to add more like harmonics to them, just to give them a more full sound possibly. But the drums, other than that, I would say they're really good in the mix. I would say for the guitar, maybe split. Like something on the guitar or something to give that extra little balance to the high end. I do like the song concept. The last one, I wish I remembered. I wish I just wrote down the names. If this is yours, once again, just let me know in the comments or the chat. Chat, is this real? But yeah, overall, like from what I did here, like I said, like I don't normally see myself in Doom when I'm listening to Argent Metal for the most part, if it's not actually in Doom. But like that, I can legitimately see that being in the game. And so that's like my way of saying you did a great job. Like truly you did. It really fits. Whose was this? Uma, that's right. And thank you, Shin. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is what you get crowd killed to. Did I already do Shinji Gami? No, but I did see that you sent one in. I'll go ahead and do it before I go. The electronic part is really sick. I genuinely really enjoyed this. I would say the kick is very clicky though. Like a little bit too much. I would say if you I like the volume of it. Maybe turn it down a little bit. And it sounds like it needs to be sidechained, which again, it's kind of funny that I say that because I literally never sidechain in my mixes, which I probably should. But I'm only hearing the click of the kick, and I'm not hearing like, I'm not hearing the like actual kick. And it's 40% mixed, so that's makes sense because if you haven't really touched drums as much, then that would be why. But yeah, I would say aside from that though, I there's something about that snare that I love. It just like clunk. Aside from that though, I know I've said this many times already, but just like a high shelf. Like even if it's not on the entire mix bus or master bus, again, just something like on the guitar or maybe even like the either guitar, why doesn't that work? Either the guitar or like just something just to like help fill out from the lower end frequencies and make it feel balanced and pull it forward. I feel like I've had that issue for so long where I just mix too dark. And sometimes it fits for the song, but just like literally just throw one of those on your master or something and it makes it, I promise it helps. Even if it doesn't, you can just turn it off. Just try it. But yeah, I like the snare. Weirdly, that's like my favorite tone that you did on there. So this one is from Shinji Gami. This will be my last one because I had to go like 30 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago now. But he says working on Pro used to do metalcore and deathcore music, specifically vocals, got tired of bands and moved to other genres to learn to produce and record. Years recently came back. Sorry, I can't see. I need new glasses. Years recently came back to form for this is the only guitar driven track for an EP I'm putting out in March. I need someone to collaborate with and help me add thal guitars. So Shinji Gami. I'll just pull it over here. I'm gonna stream next week too. So if you still want me to look at it, I can next week. I stream on Saturdays now. It'll probably start at the same time, so like 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m. ish PST. But yeah, if I skip yours on this one, I'm sorry. I didn't expect to get literally like 50 responses. But yeah, I'll be doing it again next week. But this is from Shinji Gami. I feel if there's anything about the mix, it feels a little over compressed. Not it's a little like the bass, I feel like the low end is definitely there, but I feel like it's pushing the wrong frequency. Like the bass, I definitely hear the low end, but I feel like it's being pushed in the wrong spot. Um, what I do for my bass as well as my guitar, which might be a bad thing, but I think it sounds good. uh, I I like when I cut the bass, I barely cut the bass. It's at 43. I would not go any higher than that. Um, but for like my sub bass track, I'm cutting it around 45, I guess, again. So yeah, I wouldn't really go any higher than that because it feels like, let me just solo the bass. So instead of it being like, I see. Submitted to see if anybody wants to collaborate with guitars. I see. I misunderstood. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just to complete my thought though, um, it instead of it being pushed where the bass is most prominent, it feels like it's like offset by some area in there. So it's kind of making me feel like it's just cut a little high. But since you weren't really looking for much of a mix critique, that I won't really say too much on that. That's cool. But but yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for stopping by. I do stream weekly now, and I will stream again on Saturday around the same time, so 1:30 p.m. ish PST. If you guys want to come back and submit anything that I missed, or anything of that nature, I can't speak. I'm like stuck in customer service mode from work. But yeah, I will. Yes, I will be on next Saturday. So the 25th, I will stream as well. I'll go ahead and put a link to my server in the chat real quick. Okay, it's hidden. Well, the link is also in the description. So if you want to join that, you can. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, submitting the mixes. I really did not expect as much people to as they did. So I do apologize that it went a little slow as well. But thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you, Shin, for the donation. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will be around. See you guys. Bye bye.